that time 3 times a day, every day, to pray to God, to look in the Scriptures, to absorb it. 70 years. Every day. You could not expect Daniel at all to stop. There's no way. 70 years, 3 times a day, and telling him to stop. He's not going to stop. This type of dedication that I would love to have. I would love each of you to have that sort of dedication where 50 years down the road I can come up to you and you'll say every day, 3 times a day, I sit by my window and I pray. Every day, I had that dedication. Daniel did. Daniel had that dedication. He knew what to do. And there was nothing that was going to stop him, even death. Nothing was going to stop him. At 70-some years, he was let down. The most powerful man in the kingdom, next to the king. And yet there was something that he was asked to do that he could not do. Darius has no choice but to throw him in the lion's den. No choice but to throw him in. And there's something interesting about how this works. Because what was happening here was that Daniel was thrown into the lion's den not necessarily as a death sentence, because the case was, it's to prove whether you're guilty or not. If you survive, you're innocent. If you die, you obviously were guilty. It's one of those tests that you look back at the Salem witch trials and you look at. If they float, they're guilty. If they drown, they were innocent. I mean, that one was not quite as good as this one, you know. There was no chance with that one. You either die or you die. But in this one, it's either you die or you're innocent. And so, Darius had hope against him. All night, it was coming upon him. He's just like, this is my right-hand man. He helps me. He does an excellent job. I do not want to lose him. I can't believe that I signed this silly law. He can't watch TV. He can't dance. He can't eat a hamburger. His stomach is all queasy, and he's just, did I just kill the best guy I ever knew? All that experience. All that life. So in the morning he goes and he opens the lion's den and finds him there. Alive and well. O King, live forever. My God sent his angel and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight, nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O King. I said this last week, there are times that we have to do something really hard, where we have to stand up. Sometimes it's something new, like it was for Peter and John. Sometimes it's something you've been doing for years, and all of a sudden, for some reason, it's wrong. Somebody doesn't like what you're doing. You can't have that Bible on your desk at work. That's not okay. You can't wear that t-shirt that says Jesus Christ on it. That's not okay. You can't be telling people about Jesus here. You can't sit on the corner. You can't be at a coffee shop and tell someone about Jesus. No. You can't pray in public. We have to be able to continue as we have done to proclaim God. Again, it wasn't that Daniel was trying to draw attention to himself. He didn't run out into the middle of the square, get down on his knees, and start praying. He wasn't trying to draw attention to himself. He was simply doing what he had been doing his whole life. And that was serving God, asking for his guidance, praying to him. But God used it. God used it. Look at what Darius says. He says, may you prosper greatly. I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performed signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions. If we go into the Easter season, he rescued his son from death. Jesus conquered the grave. Daniel conquered the lions. They both had a sealed stone sitting in front of them. One had died, and the other didn't. Daniel was saved from the lions. Jesus rose from the grave. We have that great hope for us. We have that hope that was given to us. And there are going to be times where we are going to be challenged. There are going to be times that things will be difficult for us. There are times that we need to do hard things. My hope is that we ourselves never get to a point where we have to either pray to God or not pray to God and then die, to make a decision between those things. We have to serve our God. And it's not like this thing is over. There are parts of the world, like I said before, in Africa, where people are brought to jail. And every day, somebody points a gun to their head and says, "Are you going to renounce your faith today?" And they have the faith to say, "I serve God, and I will continue to serve him. I will pray to my God, and he will save me. Whether it's through death or through life, I serve him." Daniel stood up to it. Our friends all over the world stand up to it every day. Our challenge is to have that sort of dedication. To know that our God is worth dying for. Amen.